Welcome back to the channel. If you clicked on his thumbnail, obviously you know what time it is. It's time for another Batman unboxing. We're going to veer away from Batman 1989 and venture into Batman Returns territory. I actually came across this at a local toy shop. It's definitely an impulse buy, so I figured I'd pick it up and unbox it here with you guys. Not really too familiar with Beast Kingdom. I know they have a 1989 Batman that I've seen before, which I actually considered buying before I decided on the Mezco Batman. Was not a huge fan of the head sculpt on the original Beast Kingdom, but I can say just from first glance on this, they have definitely improved the head sculpt. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the box here. Got the Batman Returns right there. DAH-082. Dynamic Action Hero. Take a look at the side there. Got the Batman Returns. You can see the bats sort of embossed on the box there. Pretty cool. And there is the back. Got a couple action shots of the figure. Different poses there. And on top you got that really cool iced over frosted Batman Returns logo. Alright. Let's get him open. This is the wired cape right here. It's got the wire in both sides. Alright, let's get Batman out right here. Here he is, the Batman Returns version of Batman from Beast Kingdom, DAH-082. These are, I believe, 1/9 scale, so these are 9-inch figures. Kind of an odd size. While I have them out, I wanted to compare this Beast Kingdom 1/9 scale Batman to some of the other Batmans that are out there in similar price points with similar quality. Compare him to the McFarlane 1989 Batman right there. You can see the Beast Kingdom is noticeably bigger. And this is a good way to differentiate for those Batman novices between Batman 1989 and Batman Returns. Just look at the abs. 89, you got the sculpted, more human-like abs. And then 92 in Returns, you got the more machined Art Deco chiseled abs. I'll even bring in this guy right here. This is the Mezco Batman. You can see he is noticeably smaller. He's the smallest of the three. There are the three amigos right there. So, just a little size reference. The Beast Kingdom is definitely the biggest. I think it's still smaller than the Hot Toys Batman, though. So, just off first glance, head sculpt is night and day better than the first attempt at Keaton they had, which I'll throw up on the screen from the 1989 version of Batman. It was not nearly as good as this. That is next to perfect. No complaints there. It's got the Keaton lips and the wrinkles. Looks great. This is I guess you can call it a minor complaint right here. This little piece of the cowl should actually be attached to this emblem. This should all be one piece. You can see it's not with this particular figure. See how it sticks out right there? It should all just be one piece. And the emblem itself is a tad too big. I know the emblem in Returns was bigger in general on the suit than from the previous Batman movie, but this one still just looks slightly too big. Cape feels, comparatively to my Mezco Batman, the cape feels a lot cheaper material, but at the same time feels a lot lighter and probably more easy to pose, which may not be a bad thing. This is a lighter cape. Reveals some of the body here. Already kind of mentioned the emblem there. Little big, but it's got that Returns emblem. Belt looks cool. Not sure why they chose to give it a little bit of wear and distress right there. You can tell they tried to just give it a little texture and added wear on an otherwise pretty clean looking suit. It's kind of an interesting choice. As far as articulation goes on these guys, definitely see seems to be on the cheaper end if I'm comparing it to maybe a Hot Toys or even just the Mezco that I have. As far as just the way some of the joints are hidden, definitely feels a little on the cheaper end. Kind of right up there with McFarlane maybe, but overall the articulation is good. There's quite a bit of exposed joint there where the wrist meets the hand. Doesn't look the greatest. Got plastic all over my fingers from this guy. Again, I did not get this thing for the build quality of the figure. Really, I got it for the head sculpt, which is very good on this figure here. I'm very, very impressed with that. Let's look at the back. See the cape. Nice size cape there. You can definitely get some good shots of him extending the cape. Nice profile shot. Yeah, that symbol was just a tad too big. It's a shame because everything else, other than some of the weird joints on the figure, like right here, aside from all that stuff, this is a really nice looking figure. Definitely not regretting picking it up. Take a look at some of the accessories here. There's the grapple gun. Just that bump up in scale gives you a little bit more room to get better detail on some of these accessories, and you can see Beast Kingdom definitely did take advantage of that larger scale, getting some of the finer details on the grapple gun versus, say, my Mezco. There's definitely a little bit more detail in this guy. Really nice. The Batmobile communicator is essentially the same. It's got the tiny little sculpted bat emblem there. Also comes with a batarang on a little rope on a string there. I'm not gonna undo it. As far as accuracy goes, it looks pretty close to the Mezco one. This one's a little bigger, obviously. I'm not sure if it folds in the middle or not. And then the hands. If you've noticed the hands, the palms, Batman has little grips like right here on the pads of his gloves. And in this particular Batman, they did not even attempt to sculpt in those little details there. So that's kind of disappointing. They could have added that little paint, little silver painted in dots right there on the inside of his glove. Let me show you what I'm talking about on the Mezco. Yeah, it would have been nice to see them get that level of detail, as you can see there on the Mezco Batman. It's got those little bumps, those little hand grips there. This is a much smaller hand, and they were still able to go in there and get some of those fine details. Been nice for them to get that little added detail in there on the grips on the inside of the gloves, but not a deal breaker. All right, well, that's a look at the Beast Kingdom Batman Returns action figure. Really happy I picked this up. It was kind of an impulse buy, but I am happy I got it. It's my first figure in the Batman Returns movie line. And this video with a couple up close shots. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one.